Welcome to Mysh Plays Video Games and Stuff. I hope you hate it. Today's game.
Whoo! How about that? Do you guys know where the score bar is? Hey Mysh. Hey future Mysh. Hey future editing Mysh. Put a picture of a score bar up on the screen. Okay? While you're at it, why don't you put a picture of coffee on the screen too, you know? Just because you can. Future Mysh is so awesome. Future Mysh, doing the editing, he can do all sorts of crazy stuff. Like he can... What can he do? What can Future Mysh do? He can make this number a lot bigger. And he can make a picture of Will Smith appear over here, and then follow my cursor and go around and around in a circle, and then dance a little bit. Future Mysh can do all sorts of cool stuff. But that's not what we're here to do. We're here to talk about Wizorb. I'm going to go back to this world, because this world is actually one of my favorites. It's pretty simple, you know, that bit I don't like. But I do like these little wolf guys that you see. These levels are almost too simple, but you know, first world, I guess it has to be. Let's see if I can finish them really quick. Wow, look at all the magic. They're just throwing it away. Okay, that got me all confused. See, what I was trying to do is, since I got all these magic potions coming down to me, what I can do is I can launch a spell and then pick up the potion and still be at full magic. These are just like the strategies you have to learn later in the game. So I was trying too hard to do that, and I dropped the orb. Like a chib-chab. You know that, it's teaching new spells. Like right now, it's teaching me the whine spell, which I already know pretty well. Oops, wrong key. Okay, so I'm using the mouse to play. Yeah, I want to talk about controls a little bit, because this gave me a headache earlier on. I've been using the mouse for this, which is probably the game this game was meant to be played. Just because the mouse has like so much versatility, you can be more exact with it. And it's faster than keyboard. And it's really easy because like just like mouse button 1, mouse button 2, left and right click, control the spell. So it's really easy, just like motion, and then 2 buttons for pretty much anything you have to do in the game. Once we get into the next level, I will go on. Okay, now I'm going to play with the keyboard. And how the keyboard works is it's the arrow keys, left and right. And then to make it a little... in the main menu, you can control the paddle speed. So you kind of... I put mine to like 2 out of... it might be like 10. Normal is 1, paddle speed 1. I'm not actually sure what the max is, but I put mine paddle speed 2. I don't think those numbers mean anything. I guess just to like fit your own preference. And then also in game, you can hold down the N key, and it'll make your pedal go a little bit faster. So like this is normal speed, and then this is N speed, like normal speed, N speed. So you make your pedal go a little bit faster as long as you hold down the button. So that's pretty cool. Like, so it's, you know, can kind of control. See, if I was using a mouse, I would have caught that. So it makes it easier to get where you need to be. Obviously, it's not quite as good as the mouse, but I kind of liked it for a little while. When I first started playing this game, I played it, like I said, like on school campus, between classes or whatever, when I was just sitting around. And I would use the keyboard. And I guess just because that's what I started using, I had gotten used to it really quick, and I thought I liked it. And I liked it more than the mouse, just arbitrarily, pretty much. but I didn't like where all the rest of the buttons were placed on the keyboard. If you look down on your keyboard, if you look where N, J, and K are, those are the buttons you use for pretty much everything you do. Like left and right on the keypad is to control the paddle, N is to speed it up, like I said, and then J and K are the spells. J being the fireball spell, K being the wind spells. In my opinion, that is a terrible place to put the buttons on the keyboard. Like, why couldn't they do ASD, which is like the usual setup for keyboard commands in video games? Like, why does my hand have to be in the middle of the keyboard like this, where my palm can brush my trackpad and mess me up and, you know, make me cast a spell when I don't want to, or like move the paddle around? Look at me. Yeah, I'm just gonna bellyache a little bit because this really tiffed me a little bit. Not just the fact that these were the controls, this NJK shape on the keyboard, is that you can't change them. There's no place in like the main menu that you can change them all. Like you're stuck with this NJK layout. You know, how hard would it be to put a little control interface where I could change this to ASD if that's what I wanted? Like even the shape, like N, J, and K, my fingers don't fit N, J, and K very well. It's awkward, man. It's awkward. So I guess that's my one little complaint about this game. You know, like I said, it was probably meant to be played with a mouse, but, you know, with an arcade game like this, that, you know, a lunch break game like this, as I called it, where people might not be playing it, people like me might not be playing it with a mouse. It'd be nice if it had a little more support for keyboard controls. Yeah, like I was saying, I would play this at school when I just have my laptop and I don't have my layout, my desk and my mouse and everything. I just have a keyboard. So pretty insignificant considering that's like the only bad thing I have to say about this game. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to using the mouse now. This is so much better. Okay, I know I just dropped the orb, but seriously, this is so much better. Mediocre. I'll give you 5 out of 10 for that one, Mysh. It's the best I can do. That was a nice fireball spell. That was satisfying. Oh, one more. Nice. For a second, I didn't think I could afford that fireball spell. Coffee's all gone. What's this button do? I'll give you one hint. It opens that door in the back. That's what it does. Yep. Riveting, isn't it? This gameplay. Yeah, it's, so as I mentioned, I tried doing a recording of this game twice before. Twice before? Maybe just once before. I just forget so quickly, but I had some video file got corrupted or something, so I had to record this again. Which, you know, I was not terribly disappointed with, because I like playing this game. I didn't hate it. But it's just, you know, I just feel bad when I make mistakes. As a point of comparison, I felt more bad about losing Florina in Fire Emblem than I did about losing that video file. I don't know if that means anything. But anyway, in one of the past recordings I did of this game, I was talking about Legos for some reason. I guess just like... Okay, anecdote time. Anecdote time with Mysh. That's what the rest of this episode is going to be. Me trying to finish thoughts and not being able to. Like, I feel... this is why I can't talk about stuff on... I've been going off on so many tangents. I'm sorry. I will bring them all back together at some point. But this is just a thought I had right now. This is part of the reason why I feel like I'm not as funny or it's not as talkative on DC. Is because those commentaries move at like a mile a minute. And you're always responding to like the most immediate stimuli in those and making the most immediate jokes in that. When I want to think stuff out and make and like talk about game design, or I want to say some weird joke that's like not even that funny, but it's me. It's me. It's Mysh. That's what's important. So that's why I feel it's good that I have a chance to get that side of me out in these MyshPlays. But anyway, going back to what I was saying that in one of the other failed recordings I did, I was talking about Legos. And I was talking about Legos because I wanted to show one of the boss levels. So I started a world, and it took me like 3 episodes to finish the world because it was a lot longer than I had thought it was going to be. Because it just seemed like it was going to go on forever. Like, I originally thought, like, oh, it's probably only like 9 levels. But then each level like took forever to finish, and then I got to like 10 levels, and then 11 levels, and there's still no boss. So I was like, what's going on? Where's the boss level? I just want to get to the boss level and finish this thing. But I couldn't do it. So the thought was, I compared it to when you were a kid, when I was a kid at least, and I was playing with Legos, and you were trying to find that one piece to finish whatever you were making. You were trying to find that one piece. Like, you know exactly what piece you needed to finish whatever you're building, and you couldn't find it, no matter how hard you looked. Because, of course, whenever you're looking for it, it's nowhere to be found. But every other piece is, right there in your face. But as soon as you don't need that piece, it's everywhere. Every handful you pick up, every little bit you scrape through, that piece is right in your way. And then, of course, when you need it again, it's gone. It vanishes. So that's what I was comparing it to. That they feel that, like, that one time when I actually want to get to a boss level, it takes me like half an hour to do it. Yeah, Legos. Did you guys play with Legos as a kid? I was all about Legos when I was a kid. As I mentioned, I would play old Mac computer games. I know, get at me, Mac gamer. Bring on the hate. I don't care. Mac video games, and then I would also play with Legos. That was like my thing. I guess just the brick breaking, all these pieces put together to build sprites and such. That's what's got me thinking about Legos, I guess. Legos, man. What happened to Legos? On this episode of MyshPlays Wizorb, nostalgia everywhere. Yeah, I just burped. I'm not ashamed. I think that's enough for another episode. I'm having fun with this. I'm gonna keep going for at least one more episode. Check back in for some more MyshPlays Wizorb. I'll see you guys soon. Catch you later.